Hi everyone, my name is Monica, and I'm going to be talking about the growth mindset for students and just how we can compare a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. So I used to teach coding at BCIT, and I'm just going to be going over these points here based off of my perspective. So in a fixed mindset, you'll see that it's more like when someone is not willing to try new things and they're okay with how things are right now. They and compared to a growth mindset, they are open to trying new things and wanting to experience new possibilities. Whereas a fixed mindset, they avoid challenges. Compared to growth mindset, they'll embrace challenges. And then a fixed mindset, they'll be threatened by success, but a growth mindset, they are inspired by success. And in a fixed mindset, there is limited growth, but in a growth mindset, there's continuous improvement. And in a fixed mindset, they are defensive to resistance and to criticism. And then there is a growth mindset where they're open to criticism. So I'm just gonna give uh, I'm just going to give a little bit of example on my end is because I'm a coding instructor, or I used to be one. I know that it's really important, even before I was an instructor, that I was always learning and trying new things from a teacher perspective. Even as a teacher, I really want to be able to know that I'm somehow improving and or finding ways to improve, whether it's by other people's feedback or um, maybe it could be teachers' feedback, students' feedback. That's very important because it's important to know how you can level up your skills. And the most important thing is no matter how critical the feedback is, everything should be taken into consideration. So I know that, some people will get defensive because maybe they put a lot of time and effort into something, but you also need to understand that, um, you know, maybe certain teaching points just doesn't work with certain students. Maybe they need to have examples explained to them different ways. Maybe they just have a different way of understanding certain problems. So it's really not the fault of the teacher or the student, let's say. I would say more it's just making sure that you're able to understand, what could be improved, but you're also listening to other possibilities. You're seeing what else is out there, and you're always trying to continuously improve. So, why does a growth mindset work? Because it encourages resilience and to help overcome obstacles and to learn from failures. So, I know, for example, myself, I'll give you a little bit of backstory of my careers before I even got into teaching. I did a lot of sales before I did business administration. And eventually, when I started learning some things in school, I was a project manager, then I was a marketing manager, and then eventually I got into IT technician and also a little bit of junior software developer stuff. And I was IT systems analyst at one point. And then after that, I got into teaching, and now I'm a developer. So you can see that I've tried all these different career titles, and yes, they actually, you know, I would say that the progression was pretty nice sometimes because let's say project manager to uh my marketing management was not too bad because I was a project manager for a digital agency. So a lot of the stuff like graphic design, websites, I learned it all from that company. And then when I was a marketing manager, I did the same thing pretty much, but I just didn't do too much of, I didn't really do much of the cost estimates, but I still knew graphic design, website development, and the video editing stuff. So I was fine on that end. But the only real challenge was when I went from being a marketing manager to an IT technician because changing over from a completely business side of things to an IT field is quite different. There are some transferable skills like soft skills, communication skills, some technical skills, but IT techs have a lot more advanced technical skills in different areas. So I would say, if I didn't have this growth mindset of, wanting to learn new skills, wanting to try things, I think that would be the hardest thing for me to do is to transition into new jobs. And I wouldn't say that it's easy for me to transition into new jobs because I still uh, really enjoyed learning certain areas in that company, and I really did want to, stay long term. But then I got new opportunities available to me. So, if I didn't open myself up to those different possibilities, if I didn't have that growth mindset of wanting to try new things, then I wouldn't have tried all those different experiences to where it has led me now to being a developer. So I would say that, if you want to improve, if you want to keep going in any career direction, it's very important that you're just very open to just trying new things. And a growth mindset allows you to continuously learn while embracing challenges. It increases motivation to improve and effort is seen positively. So I would definitely say that changing in between jobs, it really helped motivate me as well, especially at the beginning. I love it when I have all these new technologies, new skills that I'm learning in every single company because it feels like my knowledge base is just growing as I keep improving. And then a growth mindset also improves performance, which helps individuals learn strategically and to adapt. So I would definitely agree that, adapting is very important, very critical for growing and changing just the way you think, the way you do things. So adapting is very important. So, how do you change your mind? Of course, changing your mind is not easy, and everyone has, different things where they different areas of where they want to improve, or maybe they just really enjoy where they're at. But that can also be very limiting because if something um, anything happens where, life happens, changes happen in life, and you need to maybe like try a new job, you need to learn a new skill in order to get that new job. So this is where if you do not embrace that change in your mindset, then it's going to be very difficult to even adapt and learn new things and find that next opportunity. So, the way you can change your mind is just being open to fail and being able to try and learn new skills. So, whenever I jumped from job to job, I I was okay with failing because I pretty much started at zero at every career. They're all new careers to me. So, I would say that I've never been super scared of just jumping to a new job. I've always saw it as something exciting, something just new, and it was just I don't know, I just always loved it. Um, so what I think is it's very important even if that opportunity you try and you fail at it, you still grew and you just got new skills, and that's the most important thing. And it's important to seek feedback as often as you can. So maybe you have like a performance review, or, maybe you have other students you can get feedback from based on a course that you're teaching. And it's very important that you get as much feedback as you can so you can see if you're a teacher, where can you improve? How can you make classes better? How can you make assignments better? How can you communicate better? And also just in real life as well. If you have those performance reviews, you talk to your manager, you see where you can improve. And then also changing the way you talk to yourself, that's a very important thing. So I know that a lot of people have self-doubt, which actually I had a lot of self-doubt as well because I remember before I even right now I'm a developer, but it took me a long time to get to be a developer because I had those negative thoughts of, am I going to be a good enough developer? Will I be able to figure things out? So it's very important that you change the way you think, even if you're worried if it's not going to work, just try it. Um, just try to be as positive as possible. I know it's easier said than done. And, some people take longer than others, and that's totally fine. What's important is that you are just at least open to trying, or at least open to progressing somehow over time. It doesn't have to be a total change, but it should be something that you see a growth in yourself over time. And also, you want to ask a lot of questions and be open to learn. So, those are the main areas of how you can change your mindset and just making sure you improve as a person over time. Thank you.